Imagine waking up tomorrow and money no longer exists. No cash, no banks, no credit cards. You walk into a store, grab a sandwich, and the cashier says, "Great choice. That'll be 2 chickens, please." You stand there, confused, holding to squawking birds, thinking, wait, how did we even get here? Well, funny enough, this was exactly how trade worked before money was invented. And trust me, it was just as messy as you'd imagine. But then, humans got creative and a little bit greedy. And that's when things got interesting. So, who really started money? And more importantly, why? Buckle up. Because this story has kings flexing their faces on coins, people freaking out over paper bills, and a future where money might not even exist. The problem with barter absurdity selling. In the beginning, humans survived by bartering, trading one item for another. Sounds simple, right? But in reality, it was a logistical nightmare. Imagine you're a fisherman and you need some bread. You go to the baker, but he doesn't want fish, he wants shoes. So now you have to find a shoemaker who does want fish, trade with him, then come back to the baker just to get your bread. Basically, the first economy was a side quest simulator, and no one had time for that. That's when early humans started looking for something everyone agreed had value. And their first solution? Shiny objects. Enter the first money, the birth of value. Seashells, beads, even salt. People started using rare, desirable things as currency. But then, metal came into play. Ancient civilizations realized, hey, gold is rare, doesn't rust, and makes me look rich. Let's use this. So, kings started minting coins with their faces on them, of course. Because what's the point of being rich if people don't know you started the flex? These coins became the first standardized money. But there was still a problem. Gold is heavy. Imagine carrying your entire life's savings in a bag of coins. One wrong step and, oops, there goes your fortune rolling down the street. That's when humans got even smarter. Or, depending on how you see it, more suspicious. The magic of paper money, trust issues begin. Somewhere in China, around the Tang dynasty, someone had a crazy idea. What if money was just paper? At first, people were like, wait, so this random piece of paper is worth a sack of rice? Sounds like a scam. But governments backed it up, and soon, paper money took over. The convenience was undeniable. No more sacks of coins. And thus, money became a story we all agreed on. As long as people trusted it, it worked. But that trust, well, let's just say some people took advantage of it. Looking at you, inflation. Digital money. Money becomes an illusion. Fast forward to today, 92% of money doesn't even exist physically. It's just numbers on a screen. Which means your bank account? Yeah, it's basically just a high-score leaderboard for life. And yet, we trust it. We swipe cards, send money across the world, and believe it's real. But here's where things get weird. What if we don't even need banks anymore? Enter cryptocurrency. Or, as some call it, magic internet money. Crypto and the future. Where are we headed? Bitcoin and blockchain came along and said, what if money didn't need a government? And for some people, that sounded brilliant. For others, it sounded terrifying. It's decentralized, unregulated, and sometimes disappears overnight, ripped those who bought at the peak. And yet, people are investing billions. Why? Because the entire history of money is just people agreeing on a belief system. And now, that belief is shifting. But here's the real question. If money is just trust, what happens if we stop trusting it? Expanding the story, how empires used money. From Rome to the Mughal Empire, money wasn't just currency, it was power. Taxes, trade, wars, and economic collapses all revolved around the ability to control money. The Roman denaries was once the strongest currency in the world. But guess what? Inflation turned it into worthless metal over time. Sounds familiar, right? Governments realized they could print more money to fund wars, but every time they did that, the value dropped. This cycle repeats itself in history, from the Weimar Republic to modern economies. So, does money really hold value? Or is it just an illusion controlled by those in power? The psychology of money, why we obsess over it. Ever noticed how people behave differently when they have money? Or how the mere idea of becoming rich can drive someone to do crazy things? Money isn't just about survival anymore. It's about status, security, and even happiness, or the illusion of it. Studies show that people who suddenly become rich, like lottery winners, often lose everything within a few years. Why? Because they never learned how to manage the belief system of money. Meanwhile, billionaires like Warren Buffett still live in modest houses. So, is money really about how much you have or how you think about it? Future predictions. What comes after money? Will we ever live in a cashless society? Will AI and automation make traditional jobs obsolete, forcing us to rethink what money even is? Some experts predict that in 100 years, we might not use money at all. Instead, we might trade in reputation, influence, or even time as currency. Sounds crazy? Well, so did paper money 1,000 years ago. So, we started with barter, then moved to gold, then paper, then digital, and now memes? Because let's be honest, if people are paying millions for pixelated monkeys, maybe money really is just a story. So, what's next? Will we even have money in 50 years? Or will we all be trading likes and followers instead? The final thought, what money really means. At the end of the day, money is whatever we